Here is why you need an agent when you are buying new construction. Now, builders have the tendency to tell you up and down that you don't need representation, that they can handle the whole transaction for you, and that's true. However, they are representing their company and themselves. They are actually not there to advocate for you and negotiate on your behalf. Can they get you from offer to closing on a new build? Sure, they can. However, as far as negotiating everything along the way, they are actually there to represent themselves and not to represent you. Also, another thing that we should preface this whole conversation with is that the selling side is the side that covers the commission for both the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. So that may have a little something to do with why they tell you that you don't need representation, because they pay the commission for your agent. So keep that all in mind, and we're gonna dive right in. The first reason that you should have an agent is because of knowledge of the market. A good real estate agent will have a wealth of knowledge and be a solid resource for you about what's happening in the market and about all of the new construction sites that are available and what their inventory may or may not look like. Ideally, they will be somebody who can help you find the right property with the right budget and the right timeline. Timeline's super important with new construction, you guys. We'll get into that, so stay with me. Number 2 is negotiating power. So if you go it alone, and many people do, you are pretty much taking what the builder and their sales representative say at point blank, like face value. It is what it is. Whatever they say is how it's gonna go. However, everything is negotiable, and you are gonna want a strong negotiator on your side to get you the best terms, the best price, and timeline concessions. You may be able to negotiate a shorter or longer timeline depending on what you need, and if they can't meet that, you may be given concessions in exchange for that. So keep that in mind. You're gonna want somebody who can negotiate on your behalf. Number 3, you're gonna want someone in your corner who understands the building process. With new construction, it is just that. You're basically building a whole new home from the ground up, and there are a lot of decisions that need to be made within that process, and they all have very specific timelines. Especially post-pandemic, you guys, were dealing with a lot of supply chain issues, so oftentimes if your closing date is a certain time frame, the date that you're actually going to have your builder order all of the materials that are going to go into that home is going to be far, far in advance of that closing date. And if you miss deadlines, guess what? You're gonna have to push back that closing date, and you're gonna be having a little bit of limbo before you can move into a home. So you're gonna want an agent on your side who understands the process, understands the timelines, and can help guide you through that so that nothing is missed and that you can move into your brand new home as you want it, with all of the design, features, embellishments, any other things that are part of building and negotiating without any delays. Number 4 is access. So sometimes new construction will be put on the MLS. When things are put on the MLS, they are usually syndicated to sites that consumers can access, like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, whatever else. However, there are a lot of properties that are new construction that don't go on the MLS, and if you don't have an agent who has relationships with all of these builders, you may be kind of shooting in the dark. You may not be shooting at all. You might not know what's available and when and where, and you might not have the wherewithal to kind of figure that out. Google is great, but Google is not the end-all be-all when it comes to new construction, especially in a specific market. You're gonna want an agent who understands where all these developments are being built, who to call, and what their schedules are like. There are plenty of builders in Reno that aren't open midweek for whatever reason. So you're gonna wanna have somebody in your corner who understands how to navigate that. Number 5 is assistance with financing. So most builders have lenders in-house, or they have lender partners that are their preferred lenders. Now, in most cases, they will require that you get a pre-approval from their preferred lender so that they are absolutely sure that you are going to be able to afford to close on that house. This protects them in that, you know, they don't get into building and all of your specific customizations and then we fall out of contract because the lender that you chose can't get it together and can't close or miscalculated or whatever. So they add in that measure of protection almost always, that you have to at least be pre-approved by their preferred lender. But then you have the freedom to shop around and find a lender of your own, or your agent can help you if they have preferred lenders or lending partners that are reputable, that they know can get it done. You have the freedom to do that. One thing I will say is that most lenders with new construction who are part of the builder package, like if you go with their preferred lender or their in-house lender, for example, most of those lenders are able to offer you incentives. For example, if you use their lender, they may be able to waive all closing costs or give you credits, which could be anywhere from like $5,000 to $20,000 depending on where you're shopping, what the price point is, etc. So you do want to keep that in mind, but it does pay in a lot of cases to kind of shop around and make sure that another lender isn't able to match that or get you a lower rate. I personally work with some amazing local lenders who, in most cases, can match what the builder's preferred lender or in-house lender is offering, just because they are very skilled at manipulating numbers. So you want to keep that in mind. Overall, working with a real estate agent is going to help you have the right guidance and support when buying new construction. They can help you make really informed and data-driven decisions throughout the entire process, so that you can feel confident that you're getting the best deal possible. If you're thinking about making a move in real estate, I would absolutely love to help you. I am a realtor here in the Northern Nevada market, and if you want to book a call with me, we can hop on. It's no obligation, totally free, just an opportunity to connect so I can understand what your needs are, get all your questions answered, and help you devise a strategy for your next and best steps. There's a link to do that in the description box below. Don't be shy. I love helping people. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I put out videos every single week about the Reno Sparks housing market and lifestyle and all things related to buying and selling real estate. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.